Alright guys, this is my Mac Select Series toolbox and Harbor Freight tool cart. I got an inner tie rod tool here, my Harbor Freight Easy Red extendables, 1/2 inch, 3/8, 1/4 inch, 3/8 speed handle, Craftsman serpentine belt tool. There's the sockets and crow's feet for that tool. These two crow's feet are from Harbor Freight, Craftsman spline sockets, 1/4 inch drive, E-Torx there. Those are Blue Point extensions. They are 1/4 inch drive, and then they have a hex in too. I don't see too many people have them in their boxes. I don't watch these toolbox tours, so they were like $50, so I bought them. Hopefully they do pretty good. So far they've done great. Just a Walmart pass-through thing, a couple of random sockets, just a 1/4 inch drive extension, Parex or something like that, USA made. Same with that, it's a Parex USA made nut driver. This is a Mac driveline socket, 12 millimeter. Work on, trash trucks and cop cars and all kinds of equipment. The Proto Flexa extension, 1/4 inch drive. Another Proto extension. Got some Torx there. Some snap-on mid-links. 1/4 inch drive, inch-pound torque wrench. 3/8 drive, Craftsman inch-pound torque wrench. And that's for that drawer. My metric drawer, those are ATD double flexed spline drive wrenches, extra long. Gear wrench flex head wrenches, Craftsman ignition wrenches. Just a cheap 30 millimeter. Just a bunch of random sockets there. I think there's 3. These 3 are just some Tractor Supply cheap ratcheting wrenches. There's like a 5-piece set, but they've all broke, so they're junk. They're not worth it. Just a couple random open-end wrenches. This is my standard drawer with a little bit of my metrics down here. Metric Allens, standard Allens, metric stubbies, real cheap stubbies. I paid like $15, $10, something like that. They're no name, but they work when I need them to. Cheap S wrenches, Craftsman open-end wrenches, ratcheting open-end wrenches, Pittsburgh straight flat ratcheting wrenches. Got some Napa line wrenches, and just an extra cheap 5/8. Got some Harbor Freight trim tools, Mac trim tools, matco scraper, a Napa scraper, a Lyle impact driver, and some oil filter sockets and fuel filter sockets. Down here, a bunch of pliers, long screwdrivers, some other snap-on screwdrivers. I actually got these, which are Vice Grip brand, those which are Vice Grip brand, this pipe wrench, and then this adjustable wrench and this adjustable wrench, along with these extensions here and that nut driver, all in a box, along with some snap-on pliers. There's a long needle nose pliers and some hose clamp pliers and some climb dikes, with some other random stuff that I left at home that I don't need. I bought the box in an auction for $4, and it had the 3 snap-on pliers, or 2 snap-on pliers, and then the Klein, and then those Vice Grip pliers. Oh, and these guys were in there too. They're on special, I guess. Bought the whole box at an auction for $4. That was also in the box. That's just a broken snap-on timing, or not timing, but test light. They weren't going to warranty out, and I knew I could use it for something, just poking something. Matco air hammer, chisels, and punches. And then that's just a random bit set for that. That's just a Harbor Freight dead blow hammer, Armstrong dead blow hammer, Craftsman ball peen, Napa softened hammer, some more of the air hammer bits, some easy outs. That's just a box for my Silver Eagle coordinates drive impact driver. Some long ends for my blowgun that I got from Harbor Freight. That is a ball joint press. That's from Harbor Freight. I got this snap-on dial indicator. And I got a Mac pressure tester. Matco Noid lights, Harbor Freight axle nut sockets. I have a compression tester too, but I let a coworker borrow it. Excuse me. This is pretty much my brake drawer. Got a C-clamp. That was also in that box that I bought from that auction. Some other cheap things. A thermometer. Clamps, some brushes. Inline ignition spark tester. I had one prior to this one. I haven't got to use this one yet, but the one I had before worked great. Someone stole it. And Cobalt pistol grip ratcheting wrench thing I never used. I got for free for a Christmas present from an old boss. Some filter sockets. That's for a Toyota. When I worked at a dealership, we got a lot of Toyotas. I worked at a Ford dealership and got a lot more Toyotas than Fords, it seemed like. So that's for those filters. Power probe, Craftsman multimeter, OTC test light, some jumper wires and stuff. Napa Evercraft power steering pulley remover and installer, KD transmission line and AC line quick disconnects, heat gun, some cheap T-handle Allens, some like seal driver stuff. There's a drill down in there, funnels. I also bought that from the same auction for $35. So that was a pretty good deal. Random paperwork and got some glow plugs and stuff for a truck that needs to come back in when they're done using it. Batteries, keys, sunglasses. Nut drivers, Allen, Torx, keys. Got this little bit set, tamper proof. I got that also in that box for $4. This little guy was in there for $4 in that $4 box. Some of these bits and stuff. There's some cheap Tractor Supply precision screwdrivers, Harbor Freight picks, Craftsman picks, Gerber multi-tool, tire gauge, earplugs, gloves, belt tool, filler gauges, some fittings for my grease gun, Cobalt multi-tool and pliers. Just a bunch of random stuff, like a battery to a drill. I don't have the charger for it. And this is for a Mazda doing clutches, air brake governor, some other air brake stuff, AC stuff, RTV. My air tools, Ingersoll, air drill, all trade 3/8 area ratchet, Cornwell angle 45-degree angle grinder, straight angle grinder, and this is like the long 90-degree angle grinder that I don't have a in for. I had to buy one of those. I bought it from a garage sale for like $10. DeWalt drill bits, Matco drill bits, Matco blue gun, just a cut-off wheel. I had bought it with that other angle grinder blowgun. Air to oil, fender cover, some other chemical like glass cleaner, RTV, some battery cleaning stuff and protector stuff, anti-seize, some thread sealant, some wax for my boxes there. Moving on to my Harbor Freight tool cart. Got my Napa Evercraft creeper. It works. I've had it for 2 years. It actually is got a piece down there broken. You can see I sat down on it too hard and broke it, but it still works. Got some magnetic trays. I got this Mac extension, locking extension, 1/2-inch drive here, 3/8 there. I bought this to use with these wobble sockets, mainly the 13mm, for doing transmissions on a Crown Vic. With this long extension and that wobble socket, and it worked great for getting the top transmission bolts. Yeah, these are just Harbor Freight ones. I had 2 warranty. They were cheap, and you know, instead of spending $300 for probably $400 for a snap-on set, I bought those for 25 bucks. Warranted 2 of them, no problem. Get back into business. You know, they work fine. Here's my Silver Eagle impact driver. I bought that off the Mac Tools truck used for $75, I think. Here's a Mac Expert inch and 5/16 socket for doing like trash truck wheels and or dump truck wheels and trash truck wheels. Some spark plug sockets. I think these 2. This one is just a Napa, some cheap one, Cornwell. All these deep standard sockets are 3/8 Duralast, and those are just random. I think I got like a, yeah, this is a, let's see if I can get it to focus, Ace Hardware, Napa, and then this cheap one here. Then I got, you know, these 3/8. I'm missing my 13mm. I lost it somewhere. From 19 all the way down to 11 are Stanley deeps. I'm missing my 13, and it did have a 10mm in it, but I lost it, so I got this Pittsburgh one. That's a Duralast one, a Mac 8mm. Got some Duralast and Napa and Snap-on and just some other cheap ones down there. Got a whole set of Cornwell 1/4-inch drive metric shallow sockets. Those are just mixed. I think there's Harbor Freight and Snap-on and Armstrong and Carlisle. That's a whole set of Pittsburgh 1/4-inch drive standards. Some mix and match cheap, like no name SA or standard sockets. Those are power built from O'Reilly's. They were like 10 bucks, I think. They're extra short. I mean, they're real shallow. Yeah, 12 point. They work good. Cornwell Allen sockets. That's a Matco bit driver set. Got all these 1/2-inch drive standard sockets are Napa, except for those 2 right there, the 11/16 and 3/4 are Snap-on, and I think that's just some cheap 3/8 one. Like that. Those are all Napa, and this is a Carlisle Napa one. Those are some sensor sockets. That's a 7/8 deep 1/2-inch drive socket. I bought a set from that auction of those metric sockets there, the deep ones, they weren't all there. They were skipped some sizes, and then there were some that were missing, like the 14 was missing. It didn't come with a 10. Missed the 20, the 23, and 25. It starts with 30, 27, and then down from there. I bought that whole set for $10 at an auction. They're some cheap off brand thing, but couldn't pass it up, especially since in that box was this snap-on. Can I get it to focus? Here, let's see, where's it at? Yep. Dang, no. Alright. Well, it's a snap-on socket. I can't believe I can't find it in the thing. Half-inch drive, half-inch deep impact socket. So that, $40 socket, and I bought the whole set for $10. I just bought these today, actually. These are new. Snap-on. Wire strippers and stuff. Got some Napa in there. Matco Silver Eagle. I'm missing one, and I got a warranty one. I was using that wire stripper there until I bought that today. The other pair down there is green, is snap-on too. In that box, bought for $4, I bought this snap-on. This was in there too. This is snap-on, along with these pliers here, and these here, which these are the Kleins. And I also had a hammer in there that I had snap-on warranty, and a clutch drive screwdriver. But I got some Irwin, some Napa, vice grip, some cheap 6-inch adjustable wrenches. Here's my ratchet drawer. Got a half-inch breaker bar, half-inch regular ratchet. Both those are Napa. And this is a snap-on flex head 3/8. Cornwell swivel head 3/8, Pittsburgh double flex handle and head 3/8, Carlisle 3/8, snap-on, 1/4-inch drive flex head, Pittsburgh swivel head, midget snap-on, flexible Matco nut driver, a cheap other nut driver, a bunch of extensions. Stay open. Carlisle adapter, Pittsburgh half-inch swivel, little 1/4-inch drive, and snap-on. I got snap-on extension, Harbor Freight extensions, Stanley extensions. I got them all Craftsman metric, from 7mm all the way up to 22. This is a cheap 24. Harbor Freight battery terminal ratchet wrench. Another one. Most of these are all Napa, except for this one right here. This one's a 5/8 S&K. Got a half-inch Ace, and then this no-name one right here, which is a 3/8, I believe. Yep, 3/8. My Ingersoll Rand half-inch impact, my snap-on 3/8, Craftsman air chuck, some pliers and Napa hammers, my big half-inch drive Mac flex head ratchet, Napa oil filter wrench, just a tool bag. I have some more stuff up in this closet we have on the other side over there. It's got all my battery tools. I gotta get the batteries rebuilt. The drill was in that drawer there. Extension cord, funnels, there's a grease gun, work shirt, hoodie, some other like WD-40 and carb cleaner and starting fluid and all that down there. I've had this box for a year, and actually I've had it for 2 years, I guess, and it's holding up pretty good. I bought it because it was cheap. I needed a roll cart. I did not want to spend the money for it, like a Snap-on or Mac. They are worth the money, but I didn't feel like I needed to spend that much money when this was $109. They had a sale going on the their website, and with shipping and everything, I think it was $109. But I like Harbor Freight stuff. You know, a lot of people don't, but it's, you know, you take it with a grain of salt, I guess. You know, some things are good, some things are shitty, some things are great. This box was great. Some of the sockets I have are great. They work fine. That blow hammer down there, I had one for over 2.5 years. It was probably closer to 3 years before I had a warranty out. But the only reason why I had to is because I was using it to hammer out some wheel studs on a Mack trash truck, and I hit it wrong and it split down the side. So really, it was usable, but it was still warranted too. These flex sockets, you know, I've warranted, I think, 2 of them recently too. And, this 10mm and I think this 14mm. I had to warranty, but that's, I mean, I always up using them. Real awful angle and putting a lot of power to them to something they shouldn't have been. Matco screwdrivers, Matco picks, Craftsman pry bars. I'm missing my big pry bar. I have no idea where I did with it. Kind of irritates me, but it's whatever. That whole set was like $20 offline on Black Friday. So, but that's my toolbox tour. So, you guys have a good day.